But that's it for today. If you want to stick around, we'll go over the Q&A, and I'll answer all your questions to the best of my abilities, and then we'll go from there. If you got to take off, take off. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Now let's get into a little Q&A. What's this, Ryan? Bitcoin Cash and Cardano coming together will be useful as Microsoft and Nokia merging was in 2004 when they take an iPhone. Hey, it could be. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. It wasn't successful in the, for everything. Well, I think, unfortunately, I do think iPhone eventually did win out. We'll say. Janik says, dumbest thing ever, bro. Basically, it was a great time to buy when they announced they were not supporting anymore. Could be. Let's see. Grayscale Bitcoin and IBIT talking, but now the Hong Kong listings also. Yeah, the Hong Kong listing, it was April 30th for the Bitcoin ETF. It wasn't as big as people thought it was, but like we talked about, Hong Kong is not mainland China. Mainland China is not specifically Hong Kong, and there wasn't BlackRock, there wasn't Fidelity, there wasn't a lot of the big players over there because it's just how it is. I know people talk about, like, who cares about America, and we'll just, go someplace else. There's a lot of money here. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So at some point, yes, it will go other places. And yes, of course, America will fall off its pedestal. But right now, a lot of money sloshing around. That's why we want to keep them. Getting Power says, Rob, win the Lambo giveaway. Lambo's the most useless cars in the world. They just look cool. They don't even look that cool. I can't even get into those things. My knees and my back. You are a fair human. Thank you. I appreciate you. And then my message is BS. No one woke up over 10 years. Whales, news, driven nonsense. That's true, but you gotta understand, this is on-chain analysis. This isn't some guy going, hey, I took my Bitcoin from 10 years ago and I moved it. People just checking the on-chain analysis going, look, this wallet hasn't moved for 10 years. And they moved it from here to here. Just saying. Just saying. Flesh pistol. That's a good one. RIP when these people predicting them prices. So scary in these articles because they're the ones I used to sell on. Yeah, I think price predictions are not the greatest thing of all time. But like I said, and somebody corrected me. They go, Rob, you don't understand. Price predictions give people hope. When people give hope, they're actually in the market longer. So you have to let that happen and stop being such a jerk about it. It was a good point. Hello, Dez. Hello, Meme. Shaolin. This has been happening a lot lately. Someone found a way to crack a wallet. No human will hold them from 2 to 65K. Look, if someone found a way to crack Bitcoin wallets, Bitcoin's going to drop fast and no one's going to trust it. I'm just saying. I mean, some people trust it, but let me ask you this. If someone found a way to crack a Bitcoin wallet, whether that be a paper wallet or a cold storage device or something like that, what do you think people will do? Well, where do I store it? Well, you can store it on the exchanges. Oh, well, but guess what? Centralized exchanges have a really bad history of staying solvent. I will remind you, FTX, Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, the list goes on and on. Mt. Gox. So, and even then, they have to put it in some kind of wallet. And if it's been broken, who are you going to trust? If that happens, even I would probably get out of crypto because that means I can't trust anything. It'd be like just throwing sand in the ocean. Come on. Gensler is a political puppet. I can't argue with that. Gawa Surf, will Tangem support base chain crypto? Probably. It's going to be so big they have to. I don't know when it's going to happen. Although I am looking forward to this is of course Q2. Tangem wallet, if you're not familiar, cold storage device, one of my favorites. Links in the description, get 10% off. Or not, if you hate affiliate links, just go right to Tangem. You just don't get the discount. Anyhow, I'm waiting for them to do native staking. Right now you can stake, but you have to do it through Wall Connect. It's a real hassle. I don't really like it. I liked using my Ledger and staking from my Ledger device. It was very, very slick, very easy, and in cold storage. I loved it. And I'm waiting for Tangent to do that. Do you own Arbitrum? Or if you're on, what's your thoughts about it? I own Arbitrum. Actually, I know the team. Real nice guys. Real smart, really making things work. Pirate Nation, great game. I played it a couple times. Works flawlessly. I still own some, but you know, it's a layer 2 solution. We'll see how it works out. I'm looking more towards optimism. I think it was Andreessen Horowitz and that VC crew. I think they just dropped $80 million into that. So something to pay attention to. Have you ever tried to talk sense into Peter? I mean, he lives in the same place I live. We both live in Puerto Rico, but no. Why would I try to talk sense into Peter Schiff? He's going to keep believing the same thing. I don't know if you guys watched the that debate over on Crypto Banner. I didn't check it out because I knew what was going to be said before it was going to be said. I'm like, well, that's a waste of time for me. But I mean, it's entertaining. But yeah, it's like arguing with a flat earther. Hey, you know the Earth's round. It's not. When I look out, it's flat. I can tell you what, you know, when I'm on an airplane, it looks flat to me too. Same thing with Peter Schiff. He's like never going to see the point. So what's the point? I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Ed says, Rob, will Sweatcoin rebound this cycle? Are there other move to earn options that are better? I sure hope so. Sweatcoin is like my one stable coin right now, basically. It's roughly hovering around a penny. I don't know, it just didn't really take off. And, you know, Steppen did a really good job because they essentially made people buy really super expensive NFTs and keep buying and buying and buying. And that's why it went up. I don't think it's doing so great now. Will it rebound? It depends on if you believe in the thought process that the monetization of exercise is valuable to certain entities, meaning it would behoove governments, nation states to make sure that their people are healthy. That would be one thing. It would behoove the insurance companies to make sure that their clients stay healthier instead of having to pay for massive amounts of bills because they're fat and out of shape and have diabetes. There's those parts. And there's other parts of it, like there's like the attention economy, which is where we're at right now with YouTube and Twitter and all the different social media platforms. Then there's the same thing for their app. So I don't know. Like I think you do pretty well. It just depends on, will this company catch up? I still use it. I still like it. Pete doesn't want to go. Yeah, Crypto Esquire is right. Peter doesn't want to go against his holdings. It's the same reason why Michael Saylor's, you know, like he believes in Bitcoin and he's going to never stop talking about it. You know why? Because MicroStrategy owns a boatload of it and it helps with the stock price. Oh, Dr. Payne, did you see that PayPal listed Cardano on its MoonPay app recently? Yeah, I saw it. I wasn't even going to cover the story. So PayPal made a deal with MoonPay. And MoonPay allows for US residents, I don't know if it's global yet, to purchase crypto through PayPal using MoonPay. Now, I'm not for sure. I forgot if they've already allowing Bitcoin and Ethereum. I thought they were, but now they're offering other ones like Solana, like Cardano, like some other ones, but it's through MoonPay. And MoonPay, if they're involved, just know that you're going to pay through the nose for transaction fees. And if you want to do it, I'm like, go ahead and do it that way. I just don't like MoonPay and how much the rates are. Some people say, we don't really care because we want the crypto. It's fine. I'm just not going to pay it. Mickey says, what happened to the $1 million NFTs from the last cycle? You'll see them again. Things will get overheated. That's how it goes. Ooh, helium, HNT and helium hotspots. Any thoughts? I think it's, look, it's, some people say it's deep in, some people say it's not deep in. I say it's a step in the right direction, especially if you're in Florida. Apparently they have, let's just take a look. I thought they had a plan out for $20, unlimited talk, text, and data, which you could do right now. And if that's the case, that's what all crypto products strive to do, have a real working product, right? Well, here's Helium Mobile. Hey, it is 20 bucks a month. Let me see. I'll get to it later. But yeah, you can sign up, talk text and data. And of course, if you want to be just a hotspot node operator, you can buy one of their devices. And yeah, so I think it's a step in the right direction. Is it like the greatest thing? Is it competing with World Mobile? A little bit. But I think World Mobile has upside as well. Massive upside. Doris says, Rob, Forbes magazine printed a story last week of 20 coins to avoid. I thought they were a crypto-friendly publication. What do you think they would? Why do you think they would do that? Because it's all about eyeballs. It's all about getting the attention, like we just talked about, the attention economy. That article was talked probably 10 times more than any positive article they've written that I can think of. So I thought it was an interesting way to prove or disprove what they were talking about. James over Invest Answers did a great video on all of those different projects and which ones were zombies and which ones were not. Hint, he didn't give Cardano a very stellar recommendation. That's James. He's not a big believer in Cardano. It's fine. But yeah, it was good. Again, why would they do that? Just to bring people in. I got no problem with that. Oh, that sucks. Your mic sucks underwater. It's been like that the whole time? Let's see. Well, no wrench. Oh, I'll get one very soon. But well, let me tell you about the audio. When everybody's listening to audio, how does it sound? Because I did this we were just in Puerto Rico last week. We had to come to Texas to take care of some things. So I had to change up the microphone. So let me do this. And we're here and you guys can help me. What if I click on a different setting for like this, which is echo cancellation? Does it sound different, better, or worse? I think it sounds worse like this. Sounds good in Texas. Okay, so that's the other way. I'm going to take another setting. Yeah, it's much higher. And now here we are. See, I think everybody's different because some people are listening on their headphones, so they hear like everything. Some people are listening on their computer audio, so it sounds a little bit distorted. Some people are listening through their TV, so yeah. So now it's lower. All right, did this last time and everybody hated it. Now everybody loves it. Okay, change it again. Yeah, echo on, loud and clear. Everybody's different. All right, couple more minutes. Let's see what we got. All the clickbait titles are the most stressful part of crypto. Yeah, I can see it. I remember when I was, but just remember this, everybody who's on YouTube, and everybody that has a thumbnail and a title, their one job is to get you to click on that video, to click on that post, to click on that blog, whatever it is. So it's just, sometimes it's just not enough just to put in like the news, you know. Like mine, I think today was pretty reasonable. SEC sues Robinhood, Cardano on Bitcoin Cash partner chain, Bitcoin 150K. And then we talked about it. I really don't care too much if I get a ton of people or not. I just try to do as best I can. But yeah, for this one, it's just going to be stressful and they're all full of it, I guess. They're doing their best job, right? Sell some of your US moon bags and buy them a microphone. No. Shawn, hey Rob, what do you think about the digital ID that MicroStrategy is creating? I think it's a cool idea to replace passports as countries don't always trust each other. I think it was funny that the Bitcoin, because you know how that works, that's essentially is an ordinal. Essentially, what you're doing is inscribing on the Bitcoin blockchain. And I thought it was funny because the Bitcoin maximalists hate ordinals. They hate that whole technology because it drives up the price. It drives up the transaction cost. And that will drive up that transactional cost. So I just thought it was interesting. And then could it work? It could. I just don't understand why we don't do that on Stacks, which is a layer 2 solution, which is secured by Bitcoin. Why can't we just do it that way? I think that's the best of both worlds. But I think it's an interesting concept, the digital ID, because especially with like email, because they're rolling that out on email first. I think if you do something like that, also would be great is for the AI generated videos and images. If you do something like that to prove that it is, then that'd be even better. Let's see. XRP is up 6%. Can you comment on this? Wait for it to go down to 6%. XRP, I own a little bit of it, but I just don't see it. Maxis gave up using Bitcoin as a currency a long time ago. That's why Bitcoin Cash exists. Maybe that's why, like in this cycle, I'm going to end with this. On this cycle, watch out for Bitcoin layer 2s, and those are the ones that I think can really make Bitcoin what it was supposed to be. What it was originally supposed to be was a peer-to-peer transaction network, and that was what the white paper said. So if we do something like, imagine this. Imagine if we could take the safety and security and decentralization of Bitcoin and then allow that to be able to scale on a layer 2 solution. You could have a DEX, you could have all the NFTs and tokens that meme coins that you really wanted to, degenerate and play out on a layer 2, which wouldn't really cause much fault on the layer 1. And of course, the transaction fees could stay low. When people want to do like a high value transfer of Bitcoin, they could do that. Prices won't be so high. And then you could do all the different things that you want to on a layer 2 solution with smart contracts. Anyhow, just a thought. Anyway, that's it for today. So if you like today's video, thumbs up, subscribe, all the good stuff. That is it for this piece. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Adios.